The gates of Erebor are under siege, and Dane and the King of Dale must make their last stand. Hey, how's it going? My name is jackiefishhh, and welcome back to another epic custom map battle for Rise of Mordor Total War, the Lord of the Rings modification. So in today's battle we are going to be playing on the Great Battle of the Five Armies custom map. I'm going to be doing a Battle of the Five Armies very soon. However, I thought whilst we're waiting for that to kind of all get sorted, we would do the battle from the War of the Ring in the north, where the forces of Dane and the King of Dale make their last stand against the huge armies of Easterlings and Harad. It should be a very exciting battle. We've got many a soldier, almost over 12,000, so it should be really insane indeed. We can also see the map itself is really well designed, so I can't wait to do the Battle of the Five Armies on it. We have Dale back here kind of ruined and just wrecked from the Orc invasion, which is very fitting because obviously in the War of the Ring they originally were fighting in Dale until they did retreat back to the gates of Erebor. And just look at that, the Misty Mountain right there, that is amazing. I definitely have to get a screenshot right there of all these armies just advancing towards the gate, because holy crap, that looks spectacular. I can't wait for this battle to unfold. So as the dwarves and the men of Dale, we have our forces situated ready for their last stand. The Dalian swordsmen are going to be holding that front line. We also have the Lake Town archers back here. We're also using actually a sub-mult, which adds in a couple more units as well for Rise of Mordor. I'll make sure to link that down below. That adds in some of these dwarven kind of weaker infantrymen. These quite aren't as good as my other axemen. You also have units like this, which are the dwarven crossbowmen. I believe you get the Vault Wardens right here, the pike infantry for the dwarves, which again looks awesome. I love this additional shield right here. It just adds so much to it. Even though if you do have a pike kind of sticking out of it, it's absolutely fine. We then have the Axemen of Erebor back here as well. And finally my general. And they're kind of almost in that formation you see in the Battle of the Five Armies as well in the Hobbit movie. Looking very nice indeed. So as you can see, we have a fairly nice setup right here as the enemy are going to obviously collide on us. You can see we're reforming a little bit. I am having to do this battle live as well, I should mention, because replays just don't tend to work. So this might be a little bit laggy here and there. We do have 12,000 soldiers, and I'm having to rely on everyone else's computers as well to run this okay. But as you can see, we do have archers up here for Harad. We go back, we have some more of their, what are these, swords of the serpent? Yeah, right there. I love their curvature of swords as well. Really nice. As we continue to go back, we have some more spearmen. More of their infantry, some camel riders back there with Harad. I love the face masks for them, that's really cool. And I believe they do have some more infantry scattered out. Then as we go over to the Eastling forces, we have their dragon skins, obviously the more iconic units for the Easterlings. We then have their axe infantry back here, along with some of their spear infantry. We also have some kind of mini pike infantry. They look really cool, using quite a few different assets from the game itself. We then have some Easterling archers. Unfortunately, oh, that was just such an awesome sound. Unfortunately, no Moomakill quite yet, but I'm sure that will be added to the mod eventually. And they even have some pike or some macemen right there. So I guess without further ado, let's just get this battle underway and let's just rock and roll. Okay, go. So everyone should be able to move on. So we are mainly playing a live battle, with people instead of just against the AI. So we can create awesome scenarios like this, and we can have these epic battles because, I mean, just taking a look at that is something special indeed. These kind of custom scenarios I'm going to be trying to do as much as possible as we do continue to go forward. The enemy infantry is just going to descend upon us. We're going to have to try our best to hold this battle line and keep the enemy at bay. Also, we've got the Rise of Mordor soundtrack on in the background, which is just awesome. So this should just be a very exciting battle. I'm definitely looking forward to how this one is going to turn out because it should be epic. So in the lore of Lord of the Rings, Dane and the King of Dale, which I believe is like Bard the Second or something. It was Bard's grandson from the Hobbit movies, and he basically went ahead and they fought their last stand right here. They were both unfortunately slain on the battlefield against the enemy forces of Harad and the Easterlings. And there's actually like a really cool bit right at the end where Dane's fighting over the king's body at the gates until he is taken down. It was just a really cool thing, and I hope they do eventually make a movie about it or something, because there's a lot of really epic battles going on in the north. So definitely does is worth them taking a look at it, because I mean there is that Amazon series which they're making. I don't think they've announced what scenario they're really focusing on. However, I know it's going to be epic because they're spending, I think, over $1 billion on making the Lord of the Rings TV series, which just sounds insane. I think it's the most expensive series ever made on TV. Like, it's more expensive than Game of Thrones. Probably not more than Game of Thrones in completion, but that's a lot of money for them to spend. Also, look at that bad boy Dale in the background. So I'm thinking of definitely doing a couple battles on this map. We're going to do like a whole battle of the 5 armies on this map for sure. And then I think what we're going to do is just have a Siege of Dale kind of separate to that just for fun. Maybe we can do some other battles on this as well, another scenario, because it's an amazing map and they've definitely done a really good job at designing it. So Empty has just been getting better and better. Every single mod he makes is just better than the last one he did. So definitely hats off to him. Let's go ahead and send off some of our dudes on the front line, but let's get our crossbows up here and shooting as quickly as we can, because these crossbows will rack up quite a few kills if they can just continue to shoot. The front line bow is fierce as the swords of the serpents go up against the Dalian swordsman. I should be very careful though with my crossbow fire. I don't want to friendly fire too much though. So let's hold fire there. And if we can, I guess let's just try and shoot up their front line. Like, if we can hit their archers, that's probably the most important thing for us to do. Taking care of these archers, the quicker we do, the better. Oh god, this central line has just been broken straight away. Let's go ahead and do that and send up these guys. You can see my ally here telling me what to do whilst we are in battle. I'm going to throw out my axeman to try and silence these guys and also shoot there. So as you can see, we're going to be doing some slow-mo during this battle just because of the sheer scale of it. There's a lot to try and micro and watch as the battle does, you know, unfold more and more. We'll bring back these guys and we can just go on some slow-mo. Slow-mo should also help with the lag as well when it kind of kicks in. The lag should definitely be cleaned up, and we just have that Lord of the Rings music in the background. Something I really do miss, however, is back in Medieval 2 Total War, you used to be able to have the battle sound still playing on slow-mo, and I really wish they go ahead and add that in future versions of the game, because it was a really nice addition just having the battle sound still playing whilst you were fighting in slow-mo, because it does kind of kill a bit of the immersion, right, when you are, you know, playing and you just don't have any of the swords smashing in the background or anything. It definitely is kind of sad. So hopefully they do add that in future versions of the game, as the enemy forces are just descending upon the fortress of Erebor. I don't understand why. Let me know in the comments, why didn't they just go inside Erebor to have the fight? You know, why didn't they just hold the... Because I imagine they'd be much better off, right, fighting in that rather than anything else. And oh my god, look at that. The center is actually broken straight away already. Let's retreat back some of our forces now, as we don't want to get kind of overwhelmed by their position. We're winning on this left or this right flank, but they're just breaking through our positions right here. We need to be very, very careful. Just simply running their units. I mean, as you can see, they outnumber us so heavily right now that they really are just going to town right now. Again, I really want to try and kill as many of these archers as possible. The archers are going to be the units which really do take us apart. Let's continue to send more soldiers right round there as the battle continues to unfold. I mean, this is going to be the epic part right here, is when we meet back to this last stand under the gates of Erebor. You know, this is where the battle is really going to kick up a notch, and we're going to go in. This outer layer is just kind of the Dalian soldiers fighting bravely. I'll give them that. But, you know, they're going to die. But the Harad soldiers are just overwhelming our positions right now. We really are not standing a great chance. I mean, we can just continue to move our crossbows back. You know, that's not an issue. I'm more than happy to do that. Especially because we've smashed them over on this other flank as well. Right here, we've managed to rout a large portion of their Swords of the Serpent and their basic Harad units. So we can just push on with these Dwarven units. And I'm more than happy to lose these soldiers. We also have a huge debuff as well to our forces. You can see, because the settlement over in Dale is so ruined, we get a huge debuff to our infantry, which again should help balance it out. Because the Dwarfs in Dale are obviously a very, very well-designed faction. They're like the official Rise of Mordor faction. Whereas a lot of these Harad and Eastlings units aren't. We're throwing our Dwarven advance right there. And a lot of this lag we're kind of running past should hopefully clean up as we get further and further into the battle, just as more and more units die. Because Attila does kind of struggle to run a lot of these units. My computer could probably just about run this many units. And obviously, because we're having to rely on a lot of other people's computers as well, it just gets a little bit laggy. But I feel like, you know, this is fine. It'll jump now and again, but nothing too crazy. Okay, crap. Maybe I should try and do a few more battle designs. Let's bring back a few of these crossbowmen. I mean, they still have so many armies left to push in. Our front lines, are starting to break as well. I think we just try and fall back to the city centre and hope for the best. There's a lot of soldiers right there, and it's when they start, it's when they start surrounding us is when our units are going to die. So let's just retreat back. They still have, what, how many men? 6,000 soldiers. We're down to 3,000. I mean, we're definitely killing a lot of them with our crossbow fire, but let's just continue to get the hell out of here. We also have these grim hammers as well, which I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're made of. Let's just form back here. No need to overextend right now. We're bringing back our crossbowmen. They can be situated there. And we also have some good cavalry up here. The Dalian horsemen are just waiting for an opportunity to pour in. I mean, they even have a reserve army back here, which is mainly the elite Easterling army right now. This is just waiting. After burning Dale, this army will now come in. This is kind of like the army, I guess, which was burning Dale, whereas the other two forces were like the vanguard armies. Okay, now maybe we should start taking this battle a bit more seriously, because they are pushing in with a lot of units. So let's maybe start getting our crossbowmen to actually start shooting the enemy. Which is fine, because we have a lot of our elite units left now. So we have a lot of our elite units. So let's charge in these Grim Hammers into the, what are these guys called? The Khan something? The Khan Retinue. Or Retainers, basically, same thing. Let's charge these bad boys in now. And these Dwarven Grimhammers are very good. Like, fully armoured, two-handed wielding hammer soldiers for the dwarves are going to be great. You can already see they are cutting these guys apart. Look at them. They are ferocious and they are fighting for their king, Dane. I still just can't get over how awesome the city looks in the background. Like, Dale looks bloody beautiful. Bloody beautiful, I say. So I just can't wait for, Empty and the Godfather as well, I believe, makes maps, and everyone else who's just making maps and, designing stuff for Rise of Mordor. The more stuff they do, the better. It's going to be really awesome. Doesn't like though the cavalry for Dale are pushing in now. They've got some of these awesome looking Runovanian regions, I think. They are getting hit by spearmen, and there are some camels from Harad being pushed in as well. The camels from Harad are going to be great against killing the horses, and the horses are just getting peppered by archer fire. This is a great design. Oh my god though, look at these axemen. It's because they're fighting spearmen right now, so the spearmen aren't doing too much damage. But I can't imagine these axemen are doing a lot either, because they must have barely any melee attack. Yeah, they have, 16 melee attacks, so surely these spearmen will be able to... If these spearmen are 33, eventually they'll take them down, especially now that they're being surrounded. And here we have it. It looks like our outer layer has been completely destroyed now, and it's going to be up to the dwarfs to fight hard and take these guys out. We have a lot of pikemen still left remaining, which is good. I should probably be using my crossbows a bit more effectively, definitely focusing down these other guys as well. Doesn't look like my archers are getting killed as well. I'm going to try and give the order for see if that can be taken out, because these archers are going to be harassing us pretty heavily. Luckily, we have a lot of missiles of our own, and we're focusing down their big clumps of infantry, which is going to be helping us out. Let's go and send off maybe another unit of my axemen as well. There's just so many men clumped up here, so we want to focus this down. These Grimhammers are kind of just holding the enemy back as best as they can, whilst, they're even surrounded. Look at that, the dwarf, the Grimhammers are completely surrounded, and yet they are fighting out. If only we had 4 in here. My spearmen are now being attacked as well. Probably should have put these spearmen in the defensive formation, but it's fine. We can still do it with these guys. Let's go and just tell these guys, you guys can form whatever formation you can, same as you guys. Again, it's kind of like the formation you see. If only the back shield went down a little bit more, like kind of curved over the first line, it would look really, really cool. Because the first line should duck down like they do in the movie. Our crossbows can continue to shoot. Ideally, okay, we want to get these crossbows back as well. We don't want them to be overextend. Oh, our pikemen as well. I want to see what these pikemen are made of. Their formation is a little bit broken. The Vault Wardens. Come on, Vault Wardens. I think I might have messed up their formation a little bit. Oh god, what are you guys doing? I fucked that up so hard, yeah. That was completely my fault. Continue to fall back. And we'll go back on slow-mo a little bit as well. Cool, cool, cool. Just making sure no one said anything. So slow-mo, we should be a lot better off with our stats. It does look like the enemy are just descending upon us, though. So many men, and we have a few pockets of resistance. I mean, these Grimhammers who charged out will be doing great, and we still have another entire army left to be pushed in. But this is where we will make our stands right here. this is where we will push back the enemy. I think we're going to have to throw in some of our axemen right now as well to help out, and maybe even send in a unit of pikemen as well. We'll start pushing out. I mean, we have our final stand right here of just axemen literally outside Erebor. You can see it right there. Looking beautiful. They're going to be adding in a lot more assets for this as well, which is something I'm really looking forward to. They're going to be adding in like custom assets, which go ahead and add in just different buildings for the game, which will obviously, when people do make maps, they can go ahead and design really cool setups. So instead of just having to use default Attila buildings, they can use these custom-made assets for Rise of Mordor, which actually feel Gondorian. So I've got my Axemen of Erebor now fighting against the two-handed Axemen. Ideally, I probably should be shooting them if I can with my crossbows. Let's try and turn these guys around and try and maybe rain down fire there. Same with you guys as well. Let's try and hit this position. My Axemen have actually broken back. They've got a few more spearmen to kill right here. And if they can kill these spearmen, then we can probably turn around and go and flank them. Again, we're losing soldiers kind of quickly. They've still got 4,000 men left, but they've killed a lot of our dwarves. I think it's hugely down to this debuff right now for the settlement. We're also being shot a little bit, but we are in a nice shield wall, so nothing too bad. Yeah, it'd be so great if this back shield wall could go like just like right here, and they like kind of cover the rest of the dwarf. That'd be dope. Kind of like a Friends of Britannia shield wall. That'd be really, really cool if that was a thing. All our crossbows now are scattering down here. We'll push up these dudes as well. Try and throw them back. A lot of the crossbow bolts should be coming in and hitting them out. I'm hoping that they can hit them. I'm hoping that the range isn't anything too crazy and focus them down. God, the Axemen are going to break here, and we can bring them right into the back to help out our ally hobbits of Vineland Guard. This Vineland Guard, obviously a region in Dale. Their armor is kind of elven made. I'm pretty sure, as you can see, that them dudes getting their heads decapitated from their bodies. That was brutal. Attila is one of them good games when it does come to like kill animations. There are a lot of really, really cool ones. And obviously, hopefully that gets taken to another level later on, as more and more of our dudes do fight on. Our pikemen are doing a good job as well. This is what the Vault Wardens are made for, keeping the enemy at a distance, because the Axemen just can't do anything to them, and it looks really cool. I think this is my favorite Dwarven unit right now, the Vault Wardens, because that shield just looks so epic on them. It really, really does. A few of them have got round behind me, so maybe I might commit a unit to just go and clean this up so I don't die as quickly. We should definitely commit men there, and I guess we're going to actually just start bringing soldiers across, maybe, to help out as best we can. Yeah, I think we are going to do that indeed. Starts committing a few of our back lines. Nice. Now, this unit can come round the back. It has managed to defeat that. The last army of the Eastlings is now making its way into the battle. So it's good that we've at least committed all their armies now, pretty much. If I can get a rear charge here, a lot of these guys are quite close to breaking. We have the brace ability as well. If I can maybe pop up here, that would be great. But I'm not sure if you are in range. Yeah, you are in range. Great. We just braced our entire army, giving them a nice little buff against cavalry and stuff and other units. These Axemen though need to come round here. We're bringing in you guys to come in there, and you guys to go in there. This is going to break up our battle line a little bit, but nothing that we shouldn't be able to handle. This is truly the last stand at Erebor, right? Literally, I mean, just look at that right there. That is something else. Lots of soldiers going in. Our Grimhammers in the back. This could be a huge morale shock. We might be able to rout the Harad/Eastling units. And again, I should always remember, I'm not sure if I said this in the beginning, a lot of these Eastling and Harad units are not officially part of the Rise of Mordor. It's a separate submob which adds in a lot of kind of Attila/Rise of Mordor assets to create new units, just so that you can actually play with it more factions than just Gondor and Dale and Isengard, which are kind of a more fleshed out faction. So it's an awesome job. However, the balancing can be a little bit off here and there. So just bear that in mind whenever you see that. I'm sure like the official Rise of Mordor stuff, you know, the units and stuff will be really well balanced, which is great to see. The dragon skins are coming in, but we've seen how good these Grimhammers can be when they are surrounded, so I'm definitely not scared about them getting cut down or anything. We are leaving pretty big lines in our formation, or gaps in our formation. Let's try and reform that, just to stop these camels or anything from getting through. Our crossbows as well. Let's go ahead. Let's not shoot it. I kind of want to shoot the general, I'm not going to lie. Oh, Woody's already on it. Woody literally just, sorry, not Woody. Hobbit literally doesn't care. He is unleashing a barrage of fire arrows onto these camels, slaughtering so many of them. And our Axemen should be enough to form up here before he does try and break through this battle line. The Vault Wardens proving their worth right now. The ones which can keep the enemy at bay are just so deadly. Yeah, here we go. The camel's coming in, but that's fine with me. Our spearmen should be able to take them out. And it's literally down to our crossbowmen right now, just shooting away. Oh, there's a huge gap right there. I might try and exploit, but I don't really have any units to exploit with. Our left flank is getting hit a little bit. We do have these Vault Wardens. I'll push up and try and get some stuff done here. More crossbows as well. I'll kind of commit my crossbows now to shooting over here, killing their archers. I think that'd be a good plan. Set up more men there. We do actually have the general unit right here as well for Hobbit making his way up. A few of these camel riders. Oh, he's actually dismounted his horsemen. That's great to see. Oh, that's awesome. This unit looks so sick on the ground. Really, really nice. And he's actually dismounted his general and charging back in. We're committing some of our Vault Wardens now. The Vault Wardens should definitely help kind of shore up this left side of the defense and keep the enemy at bay. Let's go back up to normal speed now. Oh my god, they still have so many men left. Look at that. So many soldiers still left remaining. That is crazy. That is insane how many soldiers they still have left. This is definitely truly an unwinnable situation. So, you know, if this is to end in fire, then we shall all burn together. And we killed their general. That is huge. That's going to struck a lot of morale damage to their forces. Like fire arrow shots, though, coming in. Luckily, though, they are kind of low on ammunition. So let's try and kill these Dragonfire warriors. And I guess we're going to have to commit this other unit of infantry right here to block off. I can't let my Vault Wardens die. The Vault Wardens are so key. Let's push up this other unit of Axemen of Erebor. Again, we just need to shore up this Vault Warden flank because the pikemen are going to be so strong. So we just need to commit more and more men as we push out. Maybe we're even going to have to send Dane's unit in very, very soon. Oh god, that unit still has all its ammunition left. Let's definitely shoot that. We're losing entire units right now. The missile fire is brutal. I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to, you know, instead of just sitting back at the gates of Erebor, we're going to have to try and go on the offensive. It's not looking good, though, is it, at all? We've got them down to 3,500 soldiers, but it's just not going to be enough. There's so many archers left, just finishing us off. We need to keep on putting pressure on their front lines. We need our missiles to kill theirs, and we need to break their infantry if we can. We've got a general still left remaining in his shield wall. But our soldiers are looking very brutal. I mean, these pikemen literally haven't lost a man yet either. That's crazy. Let's just push them forward. Because they can go through our own battle line and just start pushing their infantry back. These pikemen as well, I'm curious how many kills they're on. 120, I'll take that. A lot of our men are starting to break though, and it does look like that the will of the men, or the dwarfs and men who stand together and fight are going to be going down very soon. I love that though, you know, how the dwarfs and the men are actually fighting together, and I think it's definitely an untold story that a lot of people who have just seen the films don't know a lot about the War in the North. I mean, hey, I don't know a shit ton about the War in the North, but it's just really, really cool, and definitely does deserve its own, you know, its own movie or TV series or whatever. I mean, who knows? You know, it might be the Amazon thing. I don't think I don't think it is, but you never know. Let's be a little bit aggressive now with our Axemen. We have to charge out now, right? We can't just sit back and not do anything. We have to charge out and just try and be aggressive. You know, we have to try and take these guys out. We've killed a lot of their soldiers, but I just don't know if it's going to be enough. Dale is almost completely spent. Oh my god, our Vault Warden's actually routed as well. That's so bad. Dragon skins piling in. Oh my god, that dude just got chucked over the shield wall. I love that animation. My favorite animation in Attila has to be when the enemy charge a spear wall, and then the spear wall just goes ahead and stabs the dude out the air as he's jumping to kind of assault the spear wall. It's so awesome. Our general's going in now as well. Oh yeah, definitely. No, Dane has to do this. Dane has to just charge the enemy formation by himself. Oh, this is, yeah, we have to do this. He's breaking out. Dane is just going on a rampage. Dane in dense formation right now. Charge out, Dane. Oh, beautiful. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ferociously pushing out. And I really hope they do eventually add in custom models for heroes. There is the Galadriel Elf sub-mod, which adds in like Aragorn, Gandalf, Sauron, and then the Witch King, and a few others. But I think it'd be really, really dope if they did, add in at least one general in the official Rise of Mordor mod pack, which did add in, maybe a couple generals here and there, because I think it would look really cool. God, Dane is getting absolutely slaughtered. I mean, obviously it wasn't a tactical decision, but this was always not going to end well, so I felt like I had to dive in. I'm really impressed with the Vault Wardens. I guess there's a reason why you're so neglected with them. You're only allowed to use so many of them. I think it's like you get a max 3. Again, if we just zoom out really quickly and just look at this battle, how it's unfolded. You see this front line. We killed a lot of them, We've killed close to, 5,000 of them almost? Probably not, 4,500. With the debuff, I definitely can't complain, but it looks like the rest of our pockets of resistances are now just getting chopped apart now. And there we have it. The last of my units do rout, and we were defeated in battle. What an engagement, though. What a battle. That was so much fun. I love the custom map. MT did an amazing job of creating it. Definitely his best map so far. If you want to check out more of his maps, I've been fighting on a lot of these custom maps. We did an awesome Harad Fortress, which had some really interesting designs on it, which I did, I think, a couple days ago, so just go check that out. It'll be on the channel. But if we look at the kills, we can see that my Vault Wardens being the MVP and my crossbows doing the best for my infantry. The Grimhammer's doing okay, but the enemy just had far too many soldiers. But we wanted it to feel like that last-ditch effort, no real retreat, no surrender. It was just, here we make our stand at the gates of Erebor, and it was a lot of fun. So if we look at the rest of the Harad army, also look at Hobbit's army as well. His Vineland Guard obviously doing the best, and his Dalian Swordsman cut apart the Harad initial army. Taking a look at the Harad army, we can see all of them doing okay, but it's just the weight of numbers which really played a big part. Then if we look at Woody's Eastling army, again, a lot of his infantry doing a really good job right there. A lot of the warriors are almost 200 kills on that one, very impressive, and his archers, again, doing great. So if you guys enjoyed this and want to see more Rise of Mordor custom map battles on the channel, make sure to hit that like button. It lets me know that you guys enjoy this type of content and want to see more scenarios like this. There's so many maps and mods coming out for Rise of Mordor that I can make a steady stream of it, especially with this Battle of the Five Armies map. I can make like 3 or 4 battles on it, all with different cool scenarios. Obviously I'm not going to do them one after the other, but you can expect them over the next couple of weeks. Maybe the Siege of Dale we can do, which could be like this, with the dwarfs and the Dalian soldiers fighting off against the Eastlings in Harad. We can do the Battle of the Five Armies, which I'm planning on doing with like 4 versus 4, so it should be insane, and just a bunch of other really exciting stuff. So if you have any ideas, feel free to leave them down in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one.